Seniors, your muscles are vanishing, missing this one food? Get ready to be blown away. What you're about to learn could totally change the way you see aging. Stick with me to the end. Every detail I'm sharing will help you protect your independence, or that of someone you love, from a silent enemy that chips away at muscle day after day. Attention! The numbers speak loud and clear. Every half hour somewhere in the country, someone over 60 ends up in the emergency room, ER, after a fall rooted in muscle loss. In other words, about 38 seniors a day. The condition has a fancy name, sarcopenia, but the effect is easy to picture. Less muscle, less balance, more fractures, more hospital stays, and a sky-high emotional and financial tab for the family. The craziest part? Up to 33% of total muscle mass can disappear before most people even notice. And these aren't just abstract stats. Behind each of those daily falls is a grandpa who gives up afternoon walks, a grandma who stops picking up her grandkid for fear of tipping over, adult children shuffling work shifts, and caregivers. Sarcopenia worms its way into everyday life like an unexpected expense that never stops growing. First surgery, physical therapy, walkers or other mobility aids, home updates like grab bars and wheelchair ramps, and possibly a long-term care facility, nursing home, if independence collapses. In the United States, we're talking about tens of billions of dollars every year, and on a personal scale, prescription co-pays and drugstore bills that balloon faster than a mortgage rate. The cost isn't just financial. When muscles shrink, the brain takes a hit too. Studies show a tight link between grip strength, a simple marker for overall lean mass, and cognitive skills like working memory and processing speed. Translation: strong biceps help keep your brain's Wi-Fi on. Muscles also buffer depression. The exercise that builds them pumps out endorphins and boosts self-esteem, two natural mood lifters. Physiologically, fewer fibers mean a slower resting metabolism, blood sugar that spikes, and insulin that struggles to keep up. That's why people who lose lean mass often see type 2 diabetes and high cholesterol appear or worsen. Muscle is an endocrine organ in its own right, producing anti-inflammatory myokines that shield heart, brain, and bones. Lose it, and you shut down a factory of good hormones. Bottom line, this is deeper than looks or being in shape. Sarcopenia eats away at quality of life piece by piece, like water carving rock. Knowing it and acting early isn't a wellness fad, it's personal and family health insurance. But here's the good news. It's not a foregone conclusion. Harvard-backed research has uncovered foods packed with compounds that can reverse the process, even at 70 or 80. At the top of the list is one food whose unique protein fraction beats certain prescription drugs in clinical trials, rebuilding muscle in just 6 weeks. And no, it's probably not in your pantry, and that's just the start. Scientists have assembled a true food arsenal that can reignite protein synthesis, improve insulin sensitivity, and shut down low-grade inflammation that chews up lean tissue. Many come from unexpected corners of American cuisine, from Midwest breakfasts to Cajun recipes, and can slide into your daily menu without blowing up your budget or your taste buds. In the next few minutes, we'll see how to combine these ingredients with smart movement routines, so your kitchen becomes a low-cost, anti-aging lab. Quick favor. Before we dive in, drop a comment telling us where you're tuning in from. Smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss videos like this. All right, let's kick off with number 10 in our countdown. 10. Greek yogurt, the nighttime bodyguard. If you think yogurt is just a quick breakfast, think again. The Greek variety is strained to remove much of the liquid whey, leaving a protein punch of about 20 grams per serving. Its secret weapon is casein, a slow-digesting protein that drips amino acids into your bloodstream for hours. Eat it before bed, and your muscles get fuel during the overnight fast, when catabolism usually peaks. Besides protein, Greek yogurt brings calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, triple trouble for weak bones and sluggish contractions. The live cultures keep your gut humming, boosting nutrient absorption and damping the low-grade inflammation that wears down fibers. Pro tip: choose plain, full-fat, no added sugar. Sweet craving? Toss in fresh berries or a drizzle of raw honey. 9. Fatty fish. The EPA and DHA squad. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring. 4 names worth their weight in gold for muscle. A 3.5, 4.2 ounce, 100 and 120 gram. Fillet packs. 20 grams per approximately 0.7 ounce of complete protein and a hefty dose of omega-3s, especially EPA and DHA, that curb the systemic inflammation behind muscle breakdown. Omega-3s also make your muscles more protein sensitive, like cranking up the growth signal. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed seniors eating fatty fish twice a week. 3 years later, they'd lost less muscle than peers who rarely ate fish. These species are also prime vitamin D sources, a nutrient many older adults lack. Minimum target: 2 servings a week, wild caught if possible. If fish turns you off, a concentrated fish oil supplement can help, but whole food always wins. 8. Eggs. The multivitamin in a shell. Eggs are practical, affordable, and versatile. 1 large egg delivers about 6 grams per approximately 0.2 ounces of high-grade protein. Don't ditch the yolk. Nearly half the protein is in there, along with choline, vitamin D, and a healthy shot of leucine, the amino acid that flips on muscle protein synthesis. University of Illinois researchers found that whole eggs post-workout spark a 40% stronger anabolic response than equal protein egg whites. What about cholesterol? Modern studies dial down the danger. Up to 7 eggs a week is fine for most. My tip: 1 or 2 a day at breakfast or lunch. Hard-boiled for a grab and go snack. 7. Nuts and seeds, pocket-sized lifesavers. Almonds, walnuts, hazelnuts, pumpkin, and sunflower seeds. Small, nutrient-dense. A 1 ounce, 30 grams, handful of almonds gives 6 grams per approximately 0.2 ounces protein, plus a solid splash of magnesium, a mineral many over 60 lack, but muscles crave. Walnuts add alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that cools inflammation. Pumpkin seeds supply zinc, key for testosterone production. Healthy fats slow protein digestion, feeding muscles steadily, and vitamin E shields cell membranes from oxidative damage. Shoot for 30-60 grams per approximately 1-2 ounces of unsalted mix daily, maybe split into 2 snacks to keep calories in check. 6. Beans and legumes, long-lasting charge. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, pintos. The lineup is endless. 1 cooked cup dishes out roughly 15 grams per approximately 0.5 ounces protein, plus soluble fiber and resistant starch. Premium fuel for friendly gut microbes. A happy gut makes fewer inflammatory compounds, protecting muscle. Fiber flattens blood sugar spikes that trigger catabolism. If legumes bloat you, start small and build up. Overnight soaking tamps down gas-producing compounds. Goal: at least 3 servings a week. Canned varieties are fine if you rinse and pick low-sodium labels. 5. Leafy greens, capillary fertilizer. Spinach, kale, chard. They may not scream muscle, but they're loaded with natural nitrates your body turns into nitric oxide. This gas widens vessels, improving oxygen delivery and nutrient flow. 1 cooked cup of spinach covers nearly 40% of your daily magnesium, plus hefty potassium and calcium. Greens are also rich in vitamin K, now recognized as vital for protein metabolism. Researchers at Sweden's Karolinska Institute saw nitrate-rich diets boost strength in seniors. Aim for 2 cups of greens daily. Blend into smoothies, omelets, or saute with garlic and olive oil for a speedy side. 4. Extra virgin olive oil, the anti-inflammatory lube. Not a protein source, but an indispensable ally. Its superstar compound, oleocanthal, acts like a natural NSAID, quelling the chronic inflammation that gnaws at muscles. Monounsaturated fats sharpen insulin sensitivity, letting tissues use amino acids better. The 5-year pre-dimed study tracked older adults on a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil. They showed greater muscle strength and less frailty versus low-fat dieters. Add 2 to 3 tablespoons of raw EVOO daily to salads, veggies, or fish, and store it in a dark bottle away from heat to protect those polyphenols. 3. Berries, antioxidant bodyguards. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries look like harmless treats, but they're shields against oxidative stress that speeds sarcopenia. Packed with anthocyanins and other polyphenols, they neutralize free radicals that wreck cell membranes and muscle mitochondria. They also soothe cytokines, rebalancing inflammation. Scientists at Tufts University saw daily blueberry supplements boost muscle performance and recovery in seniors. Target 1 cup a day. Frozen berries keep almost all the nutrients and cost less. Perfect in Greek yogurt or a protein shake. 2. Lean beef, a tank of leucine and creatine. Sirloin, tenderloin, eye of round. Lean cuts delivering 25 grams per approximately 0.9 ounces of complete protein per 3.94.2 ounces, 110-120 grams serving. Beef is especially rich in leucine, the biochemical spark for protein synthesis, and creatine, which recharges muscle energy stores. Age shrinks your own creatine production, so dietary sources become gold. McMaster University found that pairing lean red meat with resistance training outperformed all plant protein diets for strength gains. Stick to 2 or 3 servings a week and favor grass-fed when possible for a better omega-3 profile. 1. Whey protein, the instant trampoline. Topping our list is the heavyweight champ against sarcopenia, whey protein. This dairy-derived complete protein boasts the highest leucine content of any natural food and digests lightning fast, flooding your bloodstream with amino acids that bypass the age-related anabolic roadblock. Canadian researchers showed that 20-30 grams per approximately 0.71 ounce of whey daily preserved 40% more lean mass than the same protein intake without whey. It's also rich in bioactive peptides that boost blood flow and dial down inflammation. Sweet spot for timing? Within 30 minutes of training or as an afternoon snack. Conclusion: your mission for the next 45 days. Working out and eating smart aren't just for looks. They prevent falls, keep you independent, fire up metabolism, and let you enjoy life. Add these 10 foods consistently, and you can slow, or even reverse, the muscle loss many think is unavoidable. Each balanced meal is a deposit in your future health account, and every training session is interest accruing in mobility, energy, and confidence. Make it real with quick weekly checkpoints. Measure thigh circumference, time 2 flights of stairs, or jot down how you feel on waking. A few minutes unveil progress you'd otherwise miss. If a day goes sideways, missed workout, oversized snack, energy in the basement, breathe and reset. Perfection isn't required. A string of good choices is. Every small step forward is a brick strengthening your self-reliance. Challenge time. Run this playbook for 6 weeks. Track how many times you can rise from a chair hands-free, or how fast your usual walk becomes. Come back and tell us what changed. Which food surprised you most? Sharing your story could spark someone just starting out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, keep the muscle, keep the freedom.